pace over a journey of 2150 metres. We'll check that result in Melbourne shortly. Moving up well. Set and racing here at Traralgon in race number 1. Liaison came away smartly towards the inside. Kelfay Lad, the first starter, skipped away and settling down into stride. It's Liaison in front. On the outside, Pearl's Beauty second in the early stages, then leading Wave. A gap of 10 metres back, then came Spencer Flash. Then Dollar Doug. Further gap back in the field to Royal Ray, who's out of his gear, being passed by Flying Jetta on the outside. Then the inside came Star Principal as they work off the back the first time. Then Kelfay Lad, followed by further back Royal Ray getting going again, and after a slow beginning, Laguna Blues is going a bit roughly back in last placing. Down the straight they come. I'll pass the judge with 2 laps to go this time, and Liaison's the leader. Over on the outside, working around them is Flying Jetta. Then in behind them, third came Pearl's Beauty. Kelfay Lad is wide out of the straight. Back in the centre came Spencer Flash. 3 back the rails was Leading Wave, followed by in turn their Star Principal. Then over on the outside was Royal Ray. Dollar Doug is second last, and last of all Laguna Blues. Down the back, they're back to where they started from. They've completed a lap. Liaison's the leader. Over on the outside, Flying Jetta is second, followed by third. The rails came Pearl's Beauty. 1 by 1 at the moment there is Spencer Flash. Then 3 back the rails was Leading Wave. Still out 3 wide, working hard as Kelfay Lad. It's being eased back now. Then in behind them as they come off the back was Royal Ray, one off the fence, followed by Star Principal. Then Dollar Doug, and last of all Laguna Blues. Into the straight they swing this time. At the 900, the bell coming up, Liaison the leader. In second placing, 2 metres away on the outside was Flying Jetta. Pearl's Beauty behind the leader third. 1 by 1 is Spencer Flash going okay. Back in the centre, Royal Ray, followed by Leading Wave. Kelfay Lad off around them again, 3 wide, followed by Dollar Doug. Then back along the inside was Star Principal, and Laguna Blues is under the whip at the rear. Into the back they head the final time. At the 600 metre mark, Liaison by 3 metres in front of Flying Jetta second. Third is Pearl's Beauty, held up for a run. Kelfay Lad still making ground, this first starter on the outside. Then in behind them, one off the fence, Spencer Flash. Then Royal Ray, followed by Leading Wave. Dollar Doug. Second last is Star Principal, and tailed off last of all Laguna Blues. 300 to go on the top circle. Liaison still 3 metres in front of Flying Jetta. Then Kelfay Lad. This has been a good run. It's still coming into it. Followed by Pearl's Beauty further back in the straight. Liaison's over 5 metres in front of Flying Jetta. Then Kelfay Lad, and further back was Pearl's Beauty. Liaison under the whip, trying hard as Flying Jetta on the outside. Liaison pulling out plenty, and Liaison wins the first by about 5 metres to Flying Jetta. Third placing Kelfay Lad, that was the run in the race, followed by Pearl's Beauty and behind them. Then further back to pull up would have been Spencer Flash, Dollar Doug, in behind them Royal Ray, along gap back Star Principal, followed by Leading Wave, and last in Laguna Blues. Stand by for placings on the first. You'll find number 1 Liaison, driven by Debbie Turner, will be first. There the numbers are in the frame, 1, 6 and 3. Number 1, Liaison, Debbie Turner first. Second to number 6, Flying Jetta, driven by Leonie Collins. And third has gone to number 3, Kelfay Lad. Covered a lot of extra ground that first starter and has wound up third. Placings 1, 6, 3 on race number 1.
Yeah, that's fine, thanks. With the connections of Lachlan's Lad in race 3.
Placings here as we see the replay on the television. We see Liaison in front by about 5 metres there, holding off Flying Jetta, and Kelfay Lad's the one 3 wide, but coming down towards the post, Liaison still over 4 metres in front, and Deborah Turner rating that one nicely in front as Liaison goes to the post to score by about 4 or 5 metres on the line from Flying Jetta, and Kelfay Lad the one on the outside for third. Placings on the first, 1, 6 and 3. Officially fourth went to number 5, Pearl's Beauty. Placings on the first, 1, 6 and 3. Number 1, Liaison Deborah Turner first. Second placing to number 6, Flying Jeddah, driven by Leonie Collins. And third to 3, Kelfay Lad, driven by G. Turner. Placings on the first, 1, 6, 3 as our winner returns. Number 1, Liaison. Liaison owned by L.R. Petch, R.N. Dean, N.L. Shirar, A.B. Baker, P. Hammond, P. Gibbon. With Shanty Star settling down. There's one that didn't go at all. That's Classy Choice. It's just back in its gear now. In fact, it's not. It's tailed off last of all. So swinging out of the straight the first time in the trotters, and towards the back they head, and the leader is Digger's Idol. Supreme Gent settles second, followed by Armbro Nugget third, then Shanty Star. Followed by him behind them, then came Enmore. A good gap back the other pair festively with Tamarama. And just going past the judge, half a lap behind them, Classy Choice. Down the back they head the first time. Digger's Idol is in front. One's gone for a gallop there, Supreme Gent. It's galloping off the track there, and as they come off the back, Digger's Idol is 3 metres in front, but Armbro Nugget quickly joining it on the outside. He'll have a crack for the lead here, McGuinness on Armbro Nugget. And as they come off the back, it's Armbro Nugget now going to the lead. In second placing now with the trail is Digger's Idol. Third is held by Shani Star. A good gap back in the field, then came Enmore, followed by Tamarama, Festive Lee, getting going against Supreme Gent, but a long way from them. And last of all, well, it's a long way from them, Classy Choice. It must be 400 metres off the lead as they swing past the judge, 2 laps to go. And out of the straight, Armbro Nugget in front in the trot. In second placing is Digger's Idol, followed by third Shani Star. A gap of 25 metres away, then came Enmore. Another 30 metres back, then came Tamarama, followed by Festive Lee. Then Supreme Gent, and here's Classy Choice just going past the judge now. Down the back straight they head once again at the lap and a half mark. Armbro Nugget the leader. In second placing Digger's Idol. He's got a nice drop on that leader. Third placing Shani Star. They've gone clear then by 20 metres to Enmore. A further 30 metres back then was Tamarama, followed by Festive Lee. Then Supreme Gent over on the outside. And the last one is Classy Choice. Well, there's about 600 metres covering the field here as they swing into the straight. And straightening up now for the bell, it's Armbro Nugget in front. In second placing Digger's Idol, followed by third came Shani Star. 20 metres away then Enmore. Further 30 back then came Tamarama, followed by Supreme Gent. Then Festive Lee, and tailed off Classy Choice. They've had the bell, they head to the back the final time. Armbro Nugget in front. Digger's Idol in second placing, about to come off the fence. Third is Shani Star under a loose rein. Followed by him behind them, then came Enmore. Gap back then Tamarama, followed by Festive Lee. Then Supreme Gent, and Classy Choice is 500 metres away last of all, just going past the judge now. Down the back the last time, Armbro Nugget. It's 2 metres in front of Digger's Idol second, about to join it now. Third is Shani Star. Then a long gap back came Enmore, followed by him behind them Tamarama, and then Festive Lee and Supreme Gent. But off the back, and this one sprinted to the lead now, Digger's Idol. Driver Meredith takes it to the lead, and Digger's Idol will straighten up about 15 metres in front of Shani Star out after it. Then further back came Armbro Nugget, but in the straight, Digger's Idol. It's well clear of Shani Star. Then further back came Armbro Nugget, but an easy win coming up, and a popular one too. Digger's Idol scores by the best part of 15 metres to Shani Star second. Third placing went to Armbro Nugget. Then a gap back the rest. Enmore followed by Festive Lee. Then Supreme Gent, Tamarama. And where's Classy Choice just straightening up now, about 300 metres behind them. Stand by for placings on the Trotters handicap here at Traralgon. Race number 2 on the card. We're standing by for the numbers to come through. 1, 7 and 5. The winner, number 1, Digger's Idol. Second to 7, Shani Star. And third to 5, Armbro Nugget. 1, 7 and 5 the numbers. number 1, Digger's Idol. T. Meredith is first. Second placing to 7, Shani Star, M. Scandalera. And third in has gone to number 5, Armbro Nugget, driven by Jay McGuinness. 175 after the Trotters handicap. Race number 2 here at Traralgon this afternoon. Yes, it sat behind the leader, Armbro Nugget. It led for a while, Digger's Idol. Armbro Nugget, after about a lap went round them, took the lead. Digger's Idol, the ideal drop on the leader, took the lead with 300 to go and has been too good. Second placing went to 7, Shani Star, and third to 5, Armbro Nugget. Those that put themselves out of business early, Supreme Gent galloped. Classy Choice stood flat-footed and was always tailed off in the race. But the winner, too good for them, Digger's Idol. Second placing to 7, Shani Star, and third to 5, Armbro Nugget after the running of race number 2, the Trotters handicap from Traralgon. 175 the placings. Number 1, Digger's Idol, the winner, driven by T. Meredith. Second to 7, Shani Star, M. Scandalera, and third to 5, Armbro Nugget, driven by Jay McGuinness. Officially fourth in the race went to number 3, Enmore, driven by Amanda Telfer. There's our winner returning now after the running of the second event on the program. Number 1, Digger's Idol, owned by R.J. Mann, C.W. Palmer, C.S. Price, and A. Matkovic. The winner, a bay colt 3 years by former great trotter Maori's Idol from Normandy Lass, trained by T.M. Meredith at Bridgewater and driven by T. Meredith. Second placing has gone to number 7, Shani Star. Shani Star, owned and trained by M. Scandalera locally here at Traralgon, and third to 5, Armbro Nugget, owned by or trained by B.A. Johnson at Healesville and driven by Jay McGuinness. Placings 175 after race number 2.
Start parenthesis and also Fallacious Big Zapple getting back above deck, only fairly away. Prismatic Star away quickly with
This is race number 3 coming up here at Traralgon. Coming up to the mobile. Race number 3, the Beginners Stakes First Division. 2,100 metres from the mobile. Start in the back straight around to the judge and 2 laps at the track. The one hanging back, Ricky Allen at the moment. Catching the field now, the others up on the gate. Nearing the dispatch point in the back straight. All pacing cleanly, a perfect line. Set, green light up and off and racing this time in the third. Colonel Fernando came away smartly along with Bomb Scare showing pace as well. Prima Blur settles back on the rails. Amiga Centauri won off the track, trapped a bit wide there, Pure Pedo in the early stages, and Ricky Allen is last of all. Off the back they swing the first time, and Colonel Fernando is the leader. About the 1,800 metre mark. Bomb Scare is second behind the leader. Going forward 3 wide, Pure Pedo will sit up outside this leader. Then in behind them, 3 back the rails came Prima Blur. Pure Pedo takes on now as they come past the judge with 2 to go and gets the lead. Pedersen takes Pure Pedo to the lead with 2 laps to go. In second placing is Colonel Fernando. Omega Centauri is now trapped without cover third. Then over on the inside came Bomb Scare, followed by its outside Ricky Allen, and last of all is Prima Blur. As they head into the back straight, and the leader is Pure Pedo. Now on the outside, Omega Centauri joins it. Third placing occupied by Colonel Fernando as they go down the back. Amiga Centauri, the driver, having a crack for the lead, and we've got another new leader now. At the lap and a half mark, Amiga Centauri's gone to the lead in a race of changes. Pure Pedo behind the leader second. Ricky Allen now sitting up without cover. Then back on the fence, three back the rails was Colonel Fernando. Over on the outside is Prima Blur. And now Bomb Scare's back to last of all. They'll straighten up this time into the straight and they'll face the bell. And the leader down on the inside is Amiga Centauri. Up on the outside, Ricky Allen is 3 metres away. Third placing Pure Pedo with cover on the inside now. Colonel Fernando now comes out and makes the 1 by 1. Then in behind them, Prima Blur, and Bomb Scare is last of all. They head to the back in race number 3 at Traralgon, out of the straight at about the 700 metre mark. And Amiga Centauri sprints about 5 metres clear. Ricky Allen is second the outside, then a Pure Pedo the rails. Then came Colonel Fernando. Further back then was Prima Blur. And a gap back in last placing Bomb Scare, but along the back, and Amiga Centauri, Bruce Barron, he's got it going nicely along in front. It's out 10 metres in front of Ricky Allen filling the pinch second. Then Colonel Fernando on the outside winding up, followed by Pure Pedo. In behind them, Prima Blur, and last of all, tailed off is Bomb Scare. But off the back they swing, and Amiga Centauri, still by 15 metres in front of Colonel Fernando, who's gone to second. Then Ricky Allen the rails, followed by Pure Pedo. But in the straight, Amiga Centauri, it's well clear in the straight, Amiga Centauri. Colonel Fernando in second placing, followed by Ricky Allen, but down to the line, and Amiga Centauri in no danger whatsoever. Amiga Centauri scores by about 15 metres to Colonel Fernando, who was second. Third was Ricky Allen, followed by Pure Pedo. In behind them, Prima Blur, and last in was Bomb Scare. Wait the placings on race number 3. 6, 1 and 8 the numbers. Number 6, Amiga Centauri, driven by Bruce Barron, was first. Second placing to number 1, Colonel Fernando, driven by G. Turner. And third to 8, Ricky Allen, driven by Karen Dunsford, placing 6, 1 and 8 on race number 3. Stephen Tauper to the Secretary's office, please. Placings on race number 3 official, 6, 1 and 8. Winner number 6, Amiga Centauri, Bruce Barron. Second to number 1, Colonel Fernando, G. Turner. And third to 8, Ricky Allen, Karen Dunsford. 6, 1, 8 the placings on race number 3. There we see them down the straight, and we see that Amiga Centauri for Bruce Barron is well clear in the run home. Working its way up to second on the outside there is Colonel Fernando, and battling on the rails is Ricky Allen, but as they get near home, with some 50 or so metres to go, Amiga Centauri was rated nicely by Bruce Barron and has been far too good in race number 3. Second placing going to number 1, Colonel Fernando, and third to 8, Ricky Allen. 6, 1 and 8 the numbers, as we see Amiga Centauri just getting to the line now in good fashion, driven by Bruce Barron. Placings on race number 3, 6, 1, 8. The winner of the third event on the program, number 6, Amiga Centauri, owned by B.A. Barron, Bruce J. Barron. Winner of Bay Horse 4 years by Proud Barron from Alkira. Trained and driven by Bruce Barron from Cranbourne. Second into number 1, Colonel Fernando. Trained and driven by G.W. Turner from Officer. And third into 8, Ricky Allen, trained by G.W. Alexander at Cranbourne and driven by Karen Dunsford. 6, 1, 8 the numbers on race number 3.
Margin for,
Yep.
16 metres by 4 metres by 6.
16 by 4 by 6, yep.
Gross time 242.8.
242.8.
Kilo 117.5.
Yep.
Mile rating 28.7.
28. outside here we have Justin's Dream. Next to it, Narden's Gift, Currabin Guy. Ranjavan in barrier 4 with the scratching of 5. That brings Robin's Romance to barrier 5. Lady Pedo wider out. Second line, Maradona. And Bye Bye Sunset. Moving up well for a start. Race 4 here at Traralgon. Perfect weather conditions now. The mobile speeds up. They're set. Green light up and they're racing this time. Slow to begin was Robin's Romance. Narden's Gift beat them away and will lead settling down. Ranjavan on the outside, followed by Justin's Dream in the early stages, settling on the rails. Lady Pedo began okay and is up in the 1x1, followed by Currabin Guy settling down. Then Bye Bye Sunset, a gap back in the field, Maradona. And last of all, after a slow beginning, was Robin's Romance. Into the straight they swing the first time. Narden's Gift on top. In second, placing about 2 metres away, was Ranjavan on the outside. Third, the rails came Justin's Dream. 1x1 is Lady Pedo, followed by over in the running line then was Currabin Guy. He's covering up Bye Bye Sunset, followed by a gap back Maradona. And last of all is Robin's Romance. Short of 2 laps to go now, at about the 1500 metre mark as they head out of the straight, and Narden's Gift is the leader. Second, Ranjavan on the outside. Third, the rails came Justin's Dream. Off 3 wide around them, Currabin Guy making ground quickly. Back in the centre was Lady Pedo, followed by Bye Bye Sunset, then Maradona, and tacking on in last placing is Robin's Romance. To the top circle at the lap and a half mark they go, and Narden's Gift is the leader. About to be joined on the outside by Currabin Guy. Third placing is Justin's Dream. 1x1 now is Ranjavan, followed by further back then Lady Pedo. It's dropped back on the rails. Then further back came Bye Bye Sunset, Maradona. And last of all, tailed off again is Robin's Romance. The bell sounding, down the straight they come. Currabin Guy on the outside draws a neck in front of Narden's Gift on the inside. Third placing is Ranjavan as they go past the judge with 1 to go. Justin's Dream is behind the leader, followed by in the running line then Bye Bye Sunset as they swing out of the straight. Lady Pedo locked up along the inside, followed by Maradona, and last of all about 30 metres away is Robin's Romance. Into the back they head the final time. Narden's Gift the inside and Currabin Guy, that pair matching strides. Third on the outside is Ranjavan, followed by Justin's Dream. Then on the outside, Bye Bye Sunset. Here's Maradona going forward quickly, 3 wide. Lady Pedo, and last of all, tailed off is Robin's Romance. To about the 300 metre mark they go. Ranjavan about to join in 3 wide. Currabin Guy, the centre, back on the rails. Narden's Gift. And out wide on the track was Maradona. A line of 4 rounding the home turn. It's Currabin Guy, and out wider on the track, Ranjavan. And coming at them as well as Maradona. Here's a go. In the straight, Ranjavan drew 3 metres in front. Down the outside is Maradona trying hard. Ranjavan's in front near the line from Maradona. And Ranjavan pulls out plenty. Ranjavan 3 metres to Maradona. Third placing, maybe Currabin Guy, just in front of Lady Pedo, who flew home when it was all over. Then further back in the field came Justin's Dream. In behind them to pull up there would have been Bye Bye Sunset. And Narden's Gift was second last, with last of all Robin's Romance.
4-8 in the photo.
4-8 in the photo. Number 4, Ranjavan, the winner. Second placing to 8 Maradona. And it's a photo for third. 4-8 into photo on race number 4. Ranjavan the winner. Maradona second. A photo for third. Ranjavan, driven by Karen Dunsford, is first. A good drive too by Karen Dunsford to get that one home. Ranjavan second placing to number 8 Maradona. They got back early, come home well. The driver PC Barnes in third is tight. Just taking a look at the replay here, we see Ranjavan in front of Maradona trying to pick it up on the outside, but Ranjavan gets home from Maradona. Now, Currabin Guy might have just hung on for third there. That's number 3 closer to the inside, and Lady Pedo's the one on the outer. Pretty close go that for third though between Currabin Guy and Lady Pedo. 4, 8 and a photo here at Traralgon on race number 4. Four, 8 and a photo here at Traralgon on race 4. 4, 8 and a photo for third. Standing by for that third to come through. That makes way now for the big one in Melbourne, the Melbourne Cup, coming up at 20 minutes to 3. That's some 12 minutes away from the Melbourne Cup. Winner of the fourth race here at Traralgon, number 4, Ranjavan. Owned by the up-and-coming group, S. Mazzarella, the manager. Ranjavan, a bay gelding 4 years by Tarport Low from Rustic Flame, trained by Ted Demler at Karen Downs and driven by Karen Dunsford. Second to number 8, Maradona, trained by N.R. Alexander at Cranbourne, driven by P.C. Barnes. And the tight photo for third to separate Curabin Guy. Also, Lady Pedo is standing by for that third to be notified.